Column Delta Stop 29113, pick up Grass Avenue, RT-6.
What's your name?
My name is Christian Laurent. I'm a firefighter here at Station 25, San Jacinto.
First question, these 10 interview questions that I'm gonna ask you. First question is, what made you want to be a firefighter?
Well, as everyone, I like to help people. It's a given. I think that the schedule's good. You get to, get time off. It's good benefits and just help the community, and it's rewarding.
Okay. Second question, was it at the academy? Was it hard to pass, or was it easy?
It wasn't easy. Definitely, it was kind of military schedule. Waking up Monday through Friday, waking up at 5 a.m., long days, trying to catch up on sleep when you're studying for tests. So it's hard. It's good balance, and EMT school gets you ready for that because you have to get into a rhythm and just stay consistent. And you can't be, too many extracurricular activities. But it was definitely it was a good learning experience.
Okay. Third question, have you ever ran into a fire, or have you ever saved someone?
I haven't saved anyone, but yes, I've been in a burning building. It was a couple of them, but one time I was searching for people in a mobile home, a single wide, and so search is one of the most important things, and everyone always has to keep their eyes peeled out because we'll never know if there's a victim inside. So keep your eyes out.
Okay. Have you ever been trapped inside a fire, and what did you do next?
I have not been trapped in a fire, but if I ever was, I would just go back to my training in academy. They teach you your Mayday call, and you hit that big red pass button, and you let them know your location to the best of your abilities, and you try to escape, get towards an exit, or out the line, follow the hose line out.
What if you couldn't stop it? You couldn't get out in time or something like that?
Oh, well, if I couldn't get out in time, I would use my radio. Hopefully I would be with another partner, not separated. And so we would let the incident commander know outside where we are in the building. And so you give them your lunar report, location, unit, name, assignment, and your resource you were on. And then you hit that red pass button, and it'd be really loud for other crews to come inside and find you.
All right. Next question. Can you describe when you had to learn a new skill?
Yeah, it could be, there's a lot of things in the fire service. It could be hands-on equipment, it could be cooking, it could be, there's just so many things that you learn. Hose manipulation, EMS skills, roof operations, building constructions, and there's a lot of skills you need to learn as a fireman. So you gotta kind of be a jack of all trades, and it's rewarding. I'm still learning a lot. I don't know everything, and that's what pushes me to continue to learn as a fireman every day.
Okay. What if have you ever had to learn a skill quickly, really fast?
Yeah. So what's a good example? Kind of on the fly. I'm on a Wildland Type 3 engine, so some of it you could learn easy, just connecting, reducing reducers to the hose. So you kind of learn on the fly, just the couplings and fittings to extend. They're called lateral hoses. So you're kind of lateraling, not following the main trunk line, and so you can work inside the main, the black of the fire, as we call it. And yeah, it was a quick skill, easy to pick up. It's just mopping up. And yeah, the hand crew taught me that too, dry mop. It was fun.
That's dope. What would you do if you don't agree with your supervisor in a risky situation?
So first of all, if you don't feel comfortable in a situation, you would express that to your supervisor, and you'd have to tell them why, because maybe they don't see the thing that they have tunnel vision, they don't see the big picture, and something that you don't see. So everyone always has an opinion, and you could voice that, and then you also have to give an alternative, why you don't want to do it, and what could be a better option rather than the one they were giving you. So you always have to have a plan B backup to give them to choose from.
Okay. Like, was it a time when you was like, damn, like, I'm running into a fire and I can get trapped, and it's like you don't have no other resource, and then like your supervisor say like you can do it, and like, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's always like the risk benefit analysis. You know, you're gonna risk a lot to save a lot, and you risk a little to save a little. So I'm not gonna run into a burning building when you know, it's an old abandoned building with nobody inside. So, but and if that's the job you sign up for, you know, you are gonna run into burning buildings regardless. You know, and that's being, if you want to attack it offensively or defensively, hit it from the outside or transitional and then go inside. But yeah, if you ever were on the fence about being scared, too much heat definitely is a thing. So just kind of depending on like smoke conditions and reading the building, and just making sure that, you know, no structural collapse is imminent, and you're only gonna go inside if, you know, there's victims.
Yeah. Okay. Do the fire cover actually work? And do you feel like a fire when it gets out of hand?
You're talking about the shelter?
Yeah.
Cover. Well, I've never had to deploy a fire shelter in my life. We've trained on them, on the hand cover. We all carry them in our web gear, so we are trained to throw them, but I've never experienced them with heat. So yes, I could throw them. I could get inside one, but I've never felt them. So they do work to an extent, and there are studies of, you know, guys surviving them. I've heard some of my coworkers, you know, haven't used them before, and there are stories on the internet where you can find people using them, and there's a science to them, like how you line up. If you're grouped up in a certain way of position, they work better scientifically. So yeah, they do work and they do have their purpose, but to some extent, you know, they can't withstand too much heat.
Okay. What's the highest temperature it can reach before?
I don't know off the top of my head the degrees of the fire shelter. I'll get back to you on that one. I can look it up and I'll let you know.
All right. How many lives can you say you saved, and what is the biggest advice you can give me as someone that wants to pursue being a firefighter?
Yeah, lives saved. I haven't drug anyone out of a burning building. I've given CPR to people and gotten ROSC, so, you know, they get a pulse back essentially, and then you transport them, and so when they transfer them to the hospital, and so you don't really know the condition after that. Like, you can't follow up, but lives saved, I don't know. I don't really keep count. Probably none.
You don't think you saved no lives?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've gotten people out of hurt, like, cars. Yeah, I mean, like, there's been some instances where people were like unstable, but I'm not a paramedic. I'm an EMT, so I really can't really do too many like skills. You know, not pushing any medications, but, you know, to your best ability, you just gotta be a problem solver, and you just gotta think outside the box sometimes, and that's why you're always learning new skills. You learn from your peers, and listen to the older guys at the station that have been in that experience. And the biggest advice I could give to you is just don't give up, because, you know, you hear a lot of people saying they want to be a firefighter, but then they just get tired of applying, and they get discouraged if they don't get past an interview. But, you know, I think that this job is just it's in a need, and gonna need, you know, good people that can do the job and they're eager to learn and just keep the tradition going and help the next guy in line or girl.
Hey, got two more questions.
Okay.
What is one thing that you can give me? Like, what kind of advice can you give me to make me a great firefighter?
Definitely, physical fitness is the first thing that comes to mind. So, just stairs are big. Looks like you work out. So, keep doing what you're doing, your fitness plan. Diet's big. And just continue, I guess, like the cancer talk, and there's other health aspects rather than just physical health. So, continue taking care of your body, spiritually, mentally, stretch. There's so many aspects, and then just continue learning. There's so many tools out there like YouTube, ChatGPT now that can just help you out, and just you can always learn. So just every time the opportunity to just take it in and listen to others, and be eager to want to go out and do something new, and get your hands on it. And if you don't know something, there's no shame in asking either. Because no one knows everything, so that's why everyone brings a different puzzle piece to the table. That's what makes it a good team.
True. All right, the last question is, what would you do if your firefighter employee, like your team, was struggling to perform or like perform the typical duties?
Well, it's not it is my job, but there can be an action plan to if it gets to that level. But you always want to sort things out at the lowest level, the chain of command. So as a firefighter, and I see my other firefighter, not performing, I'm not going to bring up to my boss right away. You have to go pull them aside as your partner and ask them what's going on and how can I help you, and just take the time because they're still learning. So I could just that's all I could do is just you start there, and then if they don't learn, then you just want to keep bumping up the chain of command.